Welcome to day 357 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and today our action item is to pick one area of our life that we want to grow in. We just spent the last 9 days diving deep into each of the different areas of the life framework: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, and confidence. Forgot confidence. How can I forget that? So today what we're going to do is we're going to pick what rises to the top, or what rose to the top as we went through that process, as the thing we want to work through the growing process. Remember, we set up the growing process in January. We've been through it 10 times already, 11 times, and we're going to do it one final time together as part of the challenge. And so what area of your life do you want to do that for? And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to look at all of the different areas, and I'm going to apply the urine analysis. Why? I'm going to pick my primary thing. What was the number one thing, or the number one area that stood out as these things? Urgent, resources, important, necessary, and how much energy or efforts required to make it happen. So I will pick and find what was the number one thing that stood out, and I can usually do that right off the top of my head. Physical activity has plummeted, and so that would be something that I want to grow and tweak and change. Mental, of course, there's always stress going on, especially this time of year with the holidays, and so maybe it would be something to do with stress. Emotional, etc. And I'll go through each one of those, think about the last 9 days, and say, okay, this really stood out as some area that I personally want to grow and develop in. So I'm going to apply the growing process over the next 7 days. It's a 7-step process. And then we'll finish off the year with some really fun and interesting activities. So if you are not familiar with the urine analysis, if you've never used it, hit me up and ask, and I will share a copy and maybe a write-up of how to do each step. It's just another way of analyzing really diverse and different alternatives. How do you compare apples to oranges? Well, you have to have a process that allows you to make that transition. So I use a urine analysis. I know it's a crazy name, but guess what? I never forget it, because it's something we all do every day, and we don't get an analysis, but we go to the bathroom every day. So it's easy to remember if I'm working through alternatives. Hey, I want to consider these 5 things, these 5 areas, to make sure that I'm making the best choice for me right now. All right, any questions? Hit me up. What are we doing today? We are picking one area that we're going to apply the growing process to over the next 7 days. If you need any help with this, of course, we've always got somebody's story and guide to the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page. And yes, I can't remember what name and whose story I shared, but it's because it's so busy here right now. But we will probably take her story and carry it throughout the entire next 7 days. So we'll have 8 days with this individual's life and their story, and how they apply the growing process to the number one area they want to work on. And first thing first, they're going to pick that area. All right. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.